With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Oakland Raiders. Carlson now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Green 80.
Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, me and you all day.
All go special. All go tight.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Let's run it.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Watch the run.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there. Terrence Williams. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Terrence Williams, 75 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo.
54 Mike. It's going to be a long... It's going to be a long...
Man open left side. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A gain of 13 yards.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It shouldn't be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, 63 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a second down.
At the 28-yard line.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Here we go, D.
Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Maurice Hurst able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Clelin Ferrell brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on it a little bit more.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
Mike 54. Are you getting the headache? Are you getting the headache?
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Pass incomplete.
Wilson on the keeper. Incomplete on the throwaway.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
0-0-0. Hey, watch the lane. Alert, 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 alert.
Mike 5-4.
Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check, watch
2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that's good.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn into big plays.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Right there.
At the Raiders' 34-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind some. And a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Get it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Then he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now it's the backup Smith. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. And that is incomplete. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot. Because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Myers' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Isaiah Crowell, 75 yards. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
24-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Smith to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete here. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what did you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And it's taken in at the 9. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Bravo!
Mike 96, Mike 96.
Five.
Here we go, G.
Glennon.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
And Martin's got it, complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here now, Johnny Townsend. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this is caught, and the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. Now, this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even gone to fake punt formation. This is like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, what were we doing? We're nitpicking because they did get it.
It worked.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Glennon. And this is incomplete. Derek Carrier, the one he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now Glennon. He's going to air one out. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Trent Taylor, 34 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Geno now to throw. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Bringing him to the ground defensively, Tedrick Thompson.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Ready. 6 is coming. We're going to Mike 96. I'm coming for you. You mine.
They'll run for it with Martin. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play. Leads to
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Isaiah Crowell, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
Here we go, D.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
At their 49-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs.
Now Geno. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And the Raiders have got him. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 3. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Marquise Blair, 2nd-round pick from Utah, there to bat it away. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
The final shot here before break. Smith. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line.
Let's put them on the buses.
The third quarter starts with a run by Martin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Now they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 14 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and sure.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Muhammad Wilkerson, his second sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now left side on the swing pass. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get into football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
just connects on the PAT, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Hey, watch Sam, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. He can't hang. There. He's not going to get me.
They begin with a run by Crowell. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
60 outlaw. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Ready.
After the penalty, it's Crowell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Darian Stewart there to bring him down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield. And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Here's Martin. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So now second half, week 4 of the preseason, all the starters, they departed after 1 quarter. Some folks may call this garbage time, but don't tell that to the guys that are out there now.
No, I would agree with that totally because there's still jobs to be won or lost during this portion of the game. This final opportunity for them to make a positive impression.
March 50, March 50, March 50. Here we go, here we go.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
There we go.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
That's a pick.
A throw he probably shouldn't have made, rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that and you're rolling towards the sideline, you've cut down your field in a big way significantly. And the guys who play in the 2nd and 3rd level, those linebackers and DBs, they know that. And they know they don't have nearly as much space to cover. And they're hoping you try to throw it back towards the middle. 3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. His defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Tight end's right. Watch tight end.
From the gun, here's Smith. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Markel Lee able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Now it's Martin. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
He'll look to throw. Here's a short little toss to Carrier, and he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. He'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
On the set. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, exit. Doing nothing today. Go.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. They run it from the gun with Corral. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Over the dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Third down, it's Doug Martin. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. First and 10. They run again on first down. Martin. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Go, go. 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Back.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
They're going to look to throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Arden Key, the ex-LSU Tiger, there on the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's Smith now on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the middle of the field. But the execution was excellent there, able to get it done and get upfield for big yardage.
Now Geno on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
I'm going to hit you.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Markel Lee in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Markel Lee make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
And this offense needs a touchdown. A field goal won't get it done in this situation. But after giving up back-to-back sacks, things are looking a little bit bleak.
Back to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Kyle Wilber, and the Raiders are going to win the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Crowell. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Again, it's Crowell.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Back to throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
At their own 29-yard line.
it. Bend it. Oh.
Now it's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Smith. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down.
At the 23-yard line.
Smith now to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Markel Lee in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Seattle.